Welcome to our calculus series. Today we are diving into a specific type of glitch you might find in a function's graph. It is called a removable discontinuity, often simply referred to as a hole in the graph. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what it is and why it has such a unique name. Before we break things, let's understand what it means to be whole. In calculus, a function is continuous if its graph is a single, unbroken curve. The easiest way to think about this is, can you draw the entire graph without lifting your pen from the paper? If yes, it is continuous. When a graph is broken, we call it a discontinuity. There are three main types. First, a jump discontinuity, where the graph literally jumps to a new height. Second, an infinite discontinuity, where the graph shoots up or down forever near an asymptote. And third, the one we are focusing on today, the removable discontinuity. This looks just like a normal smooth curve, except for a single missing point. Let's zoom in on that hole. Imagine a perfectly paved road with just one brick missing. The road approaches that spot from the left, and it continues from that exact spot on the right. The path itself is predictable. The only problem is at that specific x value. Let's call it c. The graph is broken precisely at c. In math terms, a removable discontinuity happens when two things are true. Number one, the limit exists as x approaches c. This means the two sides of the road are meeting up. Number two, the actual function value at c does not match that limit. Either the point is undefined, or it is defined somewhere completely different. Let's look closer at the first condition. For a hole to exist, the left side and the right side must agree on where they are going. If you walk along the curve from the left, you approach a value L. If you walk from the right, you approach the same value L. This agreement is crucial. If they didn't agree, it would be a jump, not a hole. So if the path agrees, what's the problem? The problem is the destination itself. There are two scenarios. Case A is where the function is simply undefined at that point. It's empty. Case B is where the point exists, but it's been moved to a different height. In both cases, the actual value of f of c is not where the limit says it should be. Why do we call it removable? It's a very optimistic name. It implies we can fix it. Because the limit exists, we know exactly where the point should be. We can effectively remove the discontinuity by filling in the hole with a single dot. Let's see this in action with a classic example. F of x equals x squared minus 1 divided by x minus 1. If you try to plug in 1, you get 0 divided by 0, which is undefined. But if we factor the numerator, the term x minus 1 cancels out. We are left with x plus 1. The graph looks exactly like the line y equals x plus 1, except for a hole at x equals 1. To fix this, we create a continuous extension. We define a new function. Let's call it g of x. We keep the original formula for everywhere except the problem point. At x equals 1, we explicitly tell the function to equal 2. We have effectively plugged the hole, making the function continuous. Here is a quick way to spot them. Compare the three types. Jump and infinite discontinuities are permanent, limits do not exist there. You cannot just add a dot to fix a cliff edge. But removable discontinuities are special because the limit does exist. That is your key identifier. To wrap up, remember that a removable discontinuity is just a hole in an otherwise smooth path. It happens when the math gives you 0 over 0, indicating a hidden factor that can be cancelled. Calculus cares about the journey, the limit, just as much as the destination.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.